All right, hey everybody. This is normally where an ad read would go, but instead of doing an ad read, I'm gonna tell you about a man that I really appreciate, and I hope that I don't sound like a crazy person. This is that man. His name is Steve. I think he's at the Grand Canyon here, but I don't really know for sure. Steve, see how like this is ridiculous looking? And it's like, I told the guy at the print shop, it's like, oh, this is very Dwight Schrute, it is your birthday, which I think is perfect. I think it's so funny. But anyway, this is Steve. Steve is our first Patreon supporter. Right now I am making $22 a month from this man who is paying me. And I want to tell you about Steve because I am so grateful to Steve. Steve lives in the United Kingdom. He drives one of those really dope double-decker buses, okay? The bus is blue, okay? I was assuming the bus was red, but he sent me a photo of the bus, and the bus is blue. He is an entrepreneur. He owns rental properties. He is someday dreaming of coming to the United States and getting a visa to build a business here in the United States. But he's also afraid. He's afraid that, oh my God, what if I move to the United States, get this work visa that says that I have to have a profitable business in order to succeed here, and then it doesn't work, right? Like, what if the business doesn't make money and I have to leave, right? Like, that's a crazy problem, right? I think Steve is so cool, but also I am so eternally grateful to you because, like, you took a risk by giving me $20 a month. And this is a dream that I have been quite literally thinking about and trying to make progress towards without really truly understanding how or having a war with doubting myself for since I was a 12-year-old boy, right? And Steve believed in that enough to like give me $20, right? Thank you so much. You're going on my wall because I appreciate you. Fuck. I asked Steve permission if I could share this much information about him, and also, like, I also gave him my phone number. I gave him my personal cell phone number. Guys, now here is the part where, like, I was going to be like, okay, if you want to be my friend, like me and Steve, you can, like, join the Patreon so that I will give a shit about you. Fuck that. That to me seems so stupid. If you watch my shit and you, like, care about my ideas and they make you think of stuff that like help you in your life, then like send me a DM, right? I would love to be friends with you, right? Like I want to, I think there's a part of my brain that's like really afraid, right? Like, oh my God, okay, what if this grows to a point where like, there are so many people that like I can't actively give each of them the attention that they deserve and they won't feel seen. So like, if you want to be my friend, you don't need to pay me any money. Just like be my friend. Like, tell me about your life. I am a crazy person and I will ask you dozens of questions. Okay? So please tell me. But also please understand something. I am trying to achieve something. I am trying to achieve a goal that I think is higher than myself. Since I was 12 years old, I've loved YouTubers and I've loved art on this platform, and I am finally trying to fight my own self-doubt and create things that are important to me that I think are cool, right? And so I don't want you to subscribe because you love any specific show that I make. I don't want you to subscribe because you think, you are being promised that I will do something in the future, because I don't want to make those promises. All right, hey guys, what's up? I'm jumping in with this slideshow here to clarify my thoughts. And I want to tell you a story, okay? I want to tell you about another guy, okay? When I was a kid, my parents would bring me to this building, okay? And we went to this community church, okay? And in this building, there was this guy right here, okay? This was the preacher at the church. So I'm a kid in church. They didn't have beer at the church, but I was generating images with ChatGPT, and this is the one I landed on, and I thought it was funny that they were drinking beer at the church. So whatever. This guy was awesome, okay? This guy was super duper cool, okay? And he was just the nicest guy, right? If you were painting a fence, he would paint with you. Basically, he would walk into these people's lives in the church, and he would listen to their problems, and he would give them advice, right? And he would listen. He would truly listen. He would make them feel okay for how they felt. And it was amazing. It was one of the most amazing and beautiful things I've ever seen another person do, right? The way this man could walk into somebody's life, listen to them until he had a good understanding, and then provide them wisdom and guidance to work on their problems. It was a beautiful and wonderful thing. It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life, right? Except what I didn't like was that like there was all of this like religious dogmatic bullshit that I didn't really think was true, and I thought that it was like wrong of him to tell all the the people in this building, like, hey, I know all of these things to be true, and if you don't believe these things too, then you're going to go burn in a place forever. And I'm not saying that he was wrong, because I also might be wrong, but I basically was agnostic, right? And I didn't like all of the dogmatic rules in the Bible, and if you think that I misinterpreted the messages, then, like, I'm happy to have that discussion too. But, like, that's the one thing I didn't like about church, but I loved everything else about church. I loved the community aspect of the congregation coming together and helping each other, right? I loved the friendly way that they, like, assumed the best about each other without, like, you know, immediately being at each other's throats. And I think in the modern world that we live in, we need more stuff like that, right? We don't need religious dogma, but instead we need people that just want to get together and help each other because they're working on stuff, right? And so I want to try to do that, right? And right now, that is content creation for me. But I want you to hold me accountable, right? I do not want to become these people. I respect both of these men on some level, but I think that they are flawed men, that because they were not willing to examine their flaws and examine the things that were wrong with them, they made decisions that hurt people. This is a business, right? This is my horse in the race. Is like, I do want to make money, but I'm just saying that, like, I don't want to make money in, like, the gross ways that other people make money off of this stuff, right? I want to make money by trying to be that guy we were talking about and helping other people. Things that I want to spend money on, right? So staff. Right now, my staff is made up of people who are my friends, and I love these people, and I would die for them. My buddy Kurt is an editor. My buddy Mike is an editor. I have Carla and Laura, and they're both editors too. They make shorts content. Brandon's my business manager, and my cousin, and he's in charge of all the money and making sure that I, like, you know, and he's really, really, really smart. He's a smart guy. Please take my word for it. I also have my friends Cammie and Aiden, and they offer production help and basically help with other things that I need. Also, I want to invest in a tech stack, right? Right now, we're using free stuff like Discord, which is great, but, like, you know, we should be using, like, a Slack and stuff, right? Also, we need more editing programs like Premiere subscriptions and Opus Clip and all these other tools that can help us make more content and stuff. Also, stuff like Google Drive and Asana and Zoom and, like, all of these other programs that, like, I don't know, I really think that AI it gives people a ton of, like, personal leverage, and I really want to take advantage of a bunch of those tools, right? I want to invest in different gear and stuff, right? I want to invest in camera gear, sound gear, editing gear, like, basically stuff that's going to help me make things that look better and sound better. And then eventually I want to do other stuff, right? I think that I could rent a space, but that costs money, right? I eventually someday want to do live events, but you know what? And I also want to do that sooner rather than later, right? I think it'd be really fun to do live shows. I have a really long history in doing improv comedy and stuff, and it would be really, really fun to do that. Here's the other thing is that, like, some of this money might be given away to other people in this community to help them, right? What I'm essentially trying to do is I'm trying to build my own Iron Man suit, right? I think that my arc reactor, right? My arc reactor is, like, my energy that I have been blessed with, which is wonderful. But, like, you know, I want to make these little things that I don't have, right? Tony has, like, you know, his rocket boots, right? I want that to be my editors, right? They're going to be my rocket boots. And then I want, like, I don't know, like, the lasers in his hands, right? Like, that's maybe that's Cammie and Aiden, my production folks, and they do that. And maybe my shorts is my fucking, like, I don't know, maybe Jarvis is Brandon, right? And, like, I don't know. I want to make a metaphorical Iron Man suit that lets me, like, also, my goal is to not, like, just, like, exclusively help people. I have an ego. Like, I want to be seen. I want people to understand my perspective. I want to share my perspective. I think I have interesting things to say. But, like, you know, helping others is also at the core of this. I want to help people work on the things that they're trying to work on. If you're trying to run a business and build it to be better, I want to help you do that, right? And I have a lot of different methods I want to do that with. I want to, like, write books and stuff, and I want to, like, give talks and stuff, and I want to do personal coaching with people. I don't want to become these people. And I want you to hold me accountable. I want you to help me get better and be better. This is not a charity. This is a business. This is the tech stack and where I want to spend your money. I'm trying to build an Iron Man suit, and I want to be that guy. I'm not a person who's very good at playing it coy and cool and strategically only giving you certain information so that you, like, see... Like, I don't know how to do that. I'm a fucking spaz. I don't know, man. I'm trying to do this. If you think that it's cool, if you want to fuel that passion and power and project, that would be fucking cool. But if you just want to be my friend, that's also super cool. And I would just love to talk to you. The Patreon makes a bunch of promises right now. It's like, oh, at this level, you'll get this. And at this level, you'll get... fuck that. Pay me what you can afford. You know, the highest level is like $20 a month, right? Which is like a dinner. It's like 2 Chipotle bowls a month, and it won't be spent on Chipotle. Right now I'm working 2 jobs. I work 2 bartending gigs, and I do enjoy it on some level. I really do. Like, I meet so many people and I learn about them and I have fun and I enjoy the service. I think it keeps me humble and I love it, and it gets me out there and I love that. But like, there are creative people who work on this project and they deserve to be paid more than I can afford to pay them right now. And so all I am asking you to do is help me do that. I think people are like, "Oh, this man wants to get rich off of me." And it's like, no. I want to make something so cool that a company someday that I deeply investigate and make sure that they are ethically in the right spot, right? They see how cool the thing is that I am doing, right? And they want to give me a ton of money. To say that I don't want to be rich is wrong, but I don't want to get rich in the wrong ways. I think I can get rich in a way that's like, I made something so meaningful to so many people that a company that is ethical, like wanted to join the thing that I was doing, and they're making a killing, right? Because of their ethical business that is providing people value. I think that like capitalism can be yucky, and I'm trying to do this in a way that doesn't feel yucky, and I'm just gonna feel it out stage by stage, and we'll see what happens. This is way too long. Steve, thank you so much. Okay, back to the show.